back to another episode of Gypsy Jazz Replay with Chris and Brad. I'm Chris.
I'm Brad.
And today featuring
Alban Claret.
Okay, so we just went over the tune Hungaria. So we're going to start this discussion by talking about this really cool intro that Alban made. So let's give that a look. Okay, Alban, so why don't you tell me what you were thinking, why you made that intro, and what you were thinking when you were making it?
I chose this intro because every time I play it, people always play the same chords. Something like this.
You think that? I think it's with C minor 6. I think it's.
Okay.
Yes, but everybody plays that,
right? That's a
right?
South of France version.
but the nice thing is, if you do that on a jam session, you don't have to say we're going to play Hungaria. Right?
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
But you chose for this recording, you made it different.
And I just wanted to bring a different color, like the C augmented, C major 7 augmented.
Yeah, it's not really common.
Well, I have the principle that, like the French composer, like Debussy, influenced a lot Django Reinhardt, so this chord is also like part of this style. So I don't think it's so far out. And I'm sure if I play this, you know that it's gonna be
probably,
somehow.
Probably. But I'll be surprised if you do that. So the next thing I noticed is that, or it's not, I didn't notice it, but the melody of Hungaria, it's actually only like, it's like 4 bars.
It's like 6 notes, dude.
It's like it's like typical Django, like Django style. Probably it is not even a melody. He just started improvising. I'm not sure. Is that a melody or are you just improvising immediately?
Yeah, I mainly improvise over the changes. Of course, there is some like paths that I use generally, like how can I say that, like that I usually use. But of course, so the melody.
Yeah.
That's okay. Then you have the A7. That's for me. It's the melody is.
Okay, yeah, you use that.
But I think Django plays it, and then I don't know, A minor.
Yeah, so you're just improvising. Yeah.
And then so I keep the B minor, B flat minor.
So, but there is no difference from this point from the melody and your solo, right? It's
No, I try to stick to the same changes.
Yeah, but
Okay, but it's mostly improv. It's mostly improv, though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you could play the same lines in your solo, and it wouldn't be. Nobody would think it's the melody.
But the only thing is that because the melody for me at the B minor, I might play all the time this. So what's next won't be too much. So yeah. So it kind of stays in the same range, you know.
Yeah. So let's go to the next thing.
Yeah, we give you a little break and you do something really cool over a break. And a break is a really good time to show off something nice and you do something really cool right there. Okay, so what was that? What happened?
No, I don't know. It's something like it's really easy actually. I'm just playing like A flat major.
Okay.
And I think
A flat major over D7 chord.
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, major 7 then, right?
Yeah. But there is not really no really chord actually, so you can play whatever you want. And I think the A flat major brings how can I say that? Like it appeals the people listening. You know, it's like something interesting because it's strong
But I
sound.
also think it fits the tune, right? Because the chords shift anyway.
But you can do it in any tune.
Anyway. Yeah. But I mean, it's not.
But there's an actual A flat.
Yeah, I think it fits this tune really. It's really cool because you have A flat, major 7, G7 anyway in the tune. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I would never use those kinds of rhythms, maybe some of those voicings, but I think this is really something that a jazz guitar, I mean, it reminds me a little bit of like Wes Montgomery, maybe a little bit Barney Kessel, that kind of vibe. And it's interesting because I know, of course, that you come from modern jazz. You studied modern jazz, you're a great modern jazz player. So what was like the biggest difference between modern jazz guitar playing and gypsy jazz guitar playing for you?
I think the big difference is
In
that
5 words or less.
I think the big difference is that there is less chord, or let's say less information from the harmony. And so if you play a jazz tune and you, let's say, just follow the changes, you can get along with it and it's alright because all the information are from the tune already. But in gypsy jazz, if you have like 4 bar of E7, you have to create something, you know, you don't have like 3, 6, 2, 5 going to the 1, you have just 5, you know, and that makes a lot of difference. So then I realized that the gypsy jazz guitar player, especially with the voicing, they really know how to play around one chord for a long time and have really creative idea, and it's something that I cannot really do. So that's let's say it's really hard for me.
But you still have the problem?
I still have the problem, but then I play more like a modern jazz guitar player on it.
So what would you do for 4 bars of E7 then?
Octatonic or alter?
Do you have a plan?
No. I don't know, I have a couple of chords.
But if you have to play like single line, do you have like a plan for that?
Single line.
Yeah, because you just said the most difficult thing was the long chords.
Yeah.
And I have the opposite problem.
Okay, yeah.
When I start playing modern jazz, there's too many chords. Like songs like I Hear a Rhapsody or something, it's so many chords.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like I have the same problem as you sometimes, because like sometimes I'll talk to people and there'll be a song that has like 100 chords and they're like, oh, that song's impossible. But then they'll sit around and play one song where it's like there's an E7 for 8 bars, and I'm like, well, that's hard, you know, because you have to make really something interesting with one chord. It's you could
just play Diminished then.
There you go.
You play Diminished all night. It's easy. So what would you do then for like say Sweet Georgia Brown?
Sweet Georgia Brown. First, use a lot of chromatism in between arpeggios that could go around the E7.
You want to play like 1/2 chorus of Sweet Georgia Brown?
Okay, that's
not
right.
too fast.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Just see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But I also hear a lot of people kind of chromatism or not. Am I wrong?
No, a lot of chromatism also. Yeah, sure.
People scale.
Arpeggios and so.
Yeah, no, but it's a lot different from a gypsy jazz player. Yeah, it sounds different, but it's also the kind of the phrasing, and
but I'm still searching for it, so it's still really fresh for me. So I need to.
But to me, those lines sound fresh actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm used to the diminished sound. So yeah, but interesting. And what do you like? What do you? That's a lame question. What do you prefer? But do you like both music the same, or do you still prefer being called for a regular jazz gig?
What are you happier for, getting a call for a
Yeah.
jazz gig or a jazz
No,
gig?
I think I like them both because I like them both for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like I really liked, let's say, the richness of the harmony of jazz, and also the fact that they really focus on the line, but like from really close. While Gypsy, they see the line more in in a large scale. So they focus less in which note connect with which note, and but also the way they play and the way they behave and the way they wanna jam and play all the time. This is something really really nice that we don't have so much in jazz, you know.
No.
So yeah,
That's the best thing about
that's amazing. That's yeah.
So Hungaria has these set of changes that no other standard has.
Yeah.
And they're kind of bizarre. I mean, they're kind of like Christoph changes, but they're a little bizarre. So how do you handle those? Do you have written out the licks for the entire progression, or do you literally follow it chord by chord?
Yeah, because you were just saying actually.
Yeah.
A lot of chords is easier for me.
Oh yeah, so let's give it a look before we talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that prepared, or are you coming up with them on the spot?
Okay. The one you just mentioned is like easy triads. So this one I prepared it. I learned it by heart. It's like one of the few licks I practice for the song.
Okay.
But otherwise, in general, I don't really have licks. I have some paths that I will use, but they can be changed during like whatever my idea.
What is your thought from going from the A minor to the C minor?
Most of the time, I try not to do the same pattern, like parallel. Although one time is nice, you know, it creates a cool effect. But if you do it all the time, it's too much, you know. So let's say if I play like A minor, then I'm on the third.
Play it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're close to Christoph changes. Sometimes I just play straight up Christoph changes. I play C, right? So minor. I prepared a lot of those Christoph changes licks because those are the hardest parts for me of songs, right? And there are a lot of songs with them.
It's hard and goes fast most of the time. So, yeah.
And that also kind of goes into our next topic, how you were saying, okay, it's not exactly Christoph changes, but I'll just force it on. Because then we're also talking about how sometimes, like in your solo, when you would force a B flat minor over when me and Christiaan were doing a B flat diminished, and so you're forcing chords over the existing harmony.
Yeah, so you're just forcing some other chords over the rhythm guitar chords. But in my Q&A video, I always say, if the chords are only for one bar or half a bar, you can just do it, right? Because if the idea is strong, then it doesn't really matter.
That's
so
true.
you just, and it's a strong idea because it's chromatic.
Yeah, especially because it's chromatic.
Right? And we play like B flat diminished, but then B flat minor. It's so fast.
It's so similar.
Yeah, and it goes fast. So
Yeah, why don't you? We'll play this. Right. So and then you play some shifting chromatic. Right. Yeah, let's try it.
Yeah, and if anyone listening can like complain about it, they could write a complaint letter.
Yeah,
to the
sure,
post
no
office or
problem, no problem.
something,
If you don't like it, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. you play, it sounds to me like, so D7 sharp 9, because normally people would go to, right, but you go to the major 7,
Yeah.
and the first time I heard that was Stochelo playing this from A7 to D, and it sounded very sweet to me.
Yeah.
Because it's actually like a wrong resolution
That's
right? It should go down, but it goes up.
Yeah.
I think it should be used more often.
Yeah.
Just go from the sharp 9.
Yeah. And yet there is a resolution happening.
Yeah, there is a resolution happening.
Yeah, well, you could also do it on the 6, you know, because it's
Yeah.
more or less the same effect.
Yeah, it's from flat 9 to 6.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it like this, but yeah, but the major 7 is nice. So, in jazz they do it a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah, you could also do both. You could do.
Okay, nice also.
And you have both. You have the major 7 and the 6. Let me try out that sound.
Sure.
Let's start.
Just from the same place we're starting
Yeah.
with A minor.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think it's really nice.
Nice, cool.
Yeah. And let's do it one more time. And now I won't use chords, but I use single notes.
Alright.
It's also nice. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
It wasn't really connecting, but still the sound.
Yeah.
And then a big vibrato on that note.
It's a nice resolution.
Yeah, nice. So then we get to my favorite topic.
yeah, there we go.
It's diminished, because the one thing I noticed, like for me, a big difference between gypsy jazz and regular jazz is the use of diminished. I think, like a really like old school gypsy jazz guitar player, like 60-70% of the lines are coming from diminished arpeggios or scales that are related to those arpeggios. And I remember when I met you like 1.5 years ago, when you were just starting out with gypsy jazz, that you played no diminished. And I wasn't really paying attention that way, but something felt wrong. So I was really happy to see that you actually did use a diminished lick. Let's look at it. The only thing is though, Alban, if you really want to be a gypsy, don't use your pinky.
Yeah.
You play it like this. Oh man, no.
But I can't then.
But-
I cannot otherwise.
But this is a very nice thing to notice, that this kind of thing with over 3 strings, I would say that comes from the Dutch.
Like that.
The Dutch school. Even though I see Adrien Maillard using it a lot, like most like French old school gypsies, like Roman, he's not really a gypsy, but still, he would use it like this. It's also like Django, like 2 notes per string,
Yeah, okay.
and then you have to skip a fret.
Yeah.
And it's possible to do it fast, but the Dutch system with the
Yeah, it's even faster.
it's easier.
Yeah.
And then you have to
Definitely,
shift, like,
yeah.
right? So you use that system, but you do it with the pinky, right? Why?
The thing is, I was when I was teenager, I was doing classical guitar, and in classical guitar you practice a lot of diminished arpeggios, and then you have to use the pinky. Otherwise, you kick out of the school, you know.
That's fine that you said it, because I also noticed that your hand position, because for me there's like 2 hand positions. You can either have your fingers straight, or you can have it more like this. It's like more like a violin.
Yeah.
And most gypsy jazz players, they have it like this,
That's
right?
true.
But you have this classical position.
Okay.
Do you think is an advantage or disadvantage in any way?
I think it could be a disadvantage because the style is designed by Django, but also the people that play after him, and Django from his handicap couldn't play like a regular guitar player. So everything he played is based on him, you know. And then we I mean, not me, but the other guitar player after him built on his
Legacy.
yeah,
Yeah.
good. So I think it's a disadvantage, especially for all the ornaments. You cannot really do it like, I mean, makes no sense, you know.
But
Right.
maybe if you do it like this, then it's easier to let other strings ring out below or something.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
classical it's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
But in classical, I taught a classical guitar player. She wanted to learn gypsy jazz, but she couldn't bar with any other finger than the first finger. And then I noticed that barring in this position is much more difficult than if you do it like this. It's just
That's awesome.
feels more natural
Yeah.
if your fingers are backward. But she couldn't do that. She had to do it like this, and then it becomes very difficult to bar.
Yeah.
She only bars with the first finger,
Yeah.
right? And if I bar with the first finger, of course my hand's going to be like this.
Yeah.
But I try to avoid like bar chords because your hand position is also like backward, like this, right?
Like this.
Yeah, yeah. But also when you play single line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, for sure.
Did you ever try it like this?
No,
No.
I never had a classical
It
guitar background.
looks kind of uncomfortable, but you're really fast. So.
But it's really good for position playing or something. You know, if you play in positions versus
Yeah.
like in Django where there's no position.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just the whole neck is at one position.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, well, that's a good observation. But what's the next?
The next thing, so we wrapped up Alban solo, so now we're gonna go into my solo. So let's. The first thing we're gonna look at is I quote a Django lick that he uses a lot, where you kind of you play around with a fifth, which is gives you like a really Django sound, and he plays around with it chromatically and in octaves, because Django like to jump octaves. So let's check that out.
Yeah, it's a great lick. I of course know it from Stoffelo, and you know, it's typical Django because it's easy to play with two fingers,
Oh yeah.
and you should play with two fingers, right?
Yeah.
And
And
then
then
you
you have
have-
that dragging down, and it
Yeah,
gives
yeah, yeah.
more of a that's like a super minor detail, but it's the most important thing. It's
But
the
you-
lick, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you
know?
should pick the drag, right? You should
Yeah.
do. It's a ghost note. Because if you don't pick, it sounds like this.
Yeah.
If you pick,
Yeah, nice.
and you know, it works great on rhythm changes.
Oh yeah.
Like-
It's like fast things,
Yeah,
especially.
if it's fast, and
Right.
you can feel like 4 bars
Yeah.
easy with
It's
this.
like forget about it.
Yeah. So yeah, and then do it in 3 octaves, because that, I mean, why not? Right?
Yeah. You use as much guitar as possible.
Yeah.
Is the name of the game.
I see that between this B flat 7 you use a lot of chromatism,
Yeah.
but also you use it for let's say a long time and then pretty close. I wouldn't use it like this. I would just use it like a bit, make an arpeggio, use it a bit to connect, and I really like it. It sounds pretty hip, you know.
Yeah. You got a joke?
No, well, yeah. It's like if you use a lot of chromatics, you don't need to know the chords.
Yeah, that's also really handy. But yeah, but for me, the chromaticism is also like, it's a tool in itself. It's like a lick or idea in itself. So of course I use it to connect chords, but I also just use it for its own sake sometimes.
But do you have like a plan for it? Because I noticed when you play chromatic, you use 3 fingers and you shift with the first finger a lot.
Yeah, I always do that. I always will
You have a pick in your guitar, right? Before you start playing it.
Yeah, but
No, but you do like,
yeah, like a.
yeah, why
Yeah.
wouldn't you do?
Well, because I don't really use my pinky that much,
Okay.
and also I like the sound and the motion it makes this way.
Yeah.
Like you really feel like there's more things moving around on the guitar because it's not just like, to me. I don't know. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but to me, I hear there's more things going on in the guitar.
Okay, yeah.
there
It
is.
sounds busier.
Yeah, no, there is.
Something.
Yeah.
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 So to go back to the tritone substitute, because you play B7, B flat 7 over E7.
Yeah.
Is that like do you have a?
I think.
Is it a kind of a sharp sound?
Yeah, I think
right?
maybe Django did it once or twice, and then no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's something that Django did all the time. It's just a simple tritone sub. So if there was an E7 somewhere, I'll just play the 7 of the tritone, and it gives you a really like like an outside kind of sound, but it's super easy. You know? Yeah, exactly.
Right, that's a
I
nice
love
sound.
that. Yeah.
And then you can shift it down,
Yeah.
and then you're on A7, which is the next chord.
Yeah, yeah, and then if the next, yeah, exactly.
Do you know where the quote comes from? Or you
I
just
thought
said-
it came from Hungaria, but I'm apparently wrong.
No, I think it comes from After You've Gone.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
yeah. Definitely on the solo
And,
break.
yeah, it's a great lick actually.
It's a great break fill.
And it fits over. I think it's a G chord, right? And so yeah, and you played part of it, and I had to play the whole thing, and then because I was doing that, I played lots of other jungle quotes, but we'll get
I
to
think I
that.
actually learned that like from the Rosenberg Academy.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure I did.
I did too.
Yeah.
Because that's why you think it's from Hungaria, because Stochelo plays this
Yeah,
from
that's
Hungaria.
why. And that's why. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna go into your solo,
Okay.
and then you started out with a really typical like, but it works everywhere.
Yeah.
So this is open E string.
Yeah, because I heard you play that jungle quote, and I want to stick with lots of jungle quotes. So you'll hear a lot of jungle quotes in my solo. So this is the first one.
So let's watch this thing.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
And there's two things that are interesting. First of all, it's very easy because I mean it works great over G because it's the 6, and I mean the 6 is just a major part of the whole G sound. Because this chord has it in it, right? You would rarely play it. You could do it, but it's more of a jazz. So you play the 6 chord, so it just reinforces it.
Yeah.
So then the interesting thing is the picking, because you could do it like. But I do down, down, up, down, down.
Yeah.
So there's 2 downstrokes in a row for the accent. And if you want to go crazy, you could extend it to the A flat. Well, play it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could do that. Keep the open E string, but just go down. I didn't do it, but it's a possibility.
Yeah.
How do you play that, man?
Actually, it's funny because it's too. Yeah, I'm a lick player. Let's be honest. Everything I play is a lick from someone else, but I combine them and then make them a story. So this first one is a Stochelo augmented triad. And the funny thing is, because I see you play augmented triad, but you use this stringing, right? 1 like this, right?
Yeah.
But Stochelo uses 1 2 1 2 like Django.
Okay.
So it's that because it's all down.
Yeah, okay.
And if it's really fast, you just play 2 notes per 2 strokes per note, and then it's like it's easy.
Yeah, but somehow it sounds pretty cool. I mean, even more hip when you repeat the note than
Yeah.
if you just play it.
And then you should do
Okay, nice.
right. And then the second one. Shout out to Ray Bergstrom.
Oh, shout out to Ray.
Yeah, because he posted a video on Facebook. Then he plays this lick because he's stringing together licks that he learned from Joshua Stefan. That's
Yeah,
it.
because Joshua at Django June had 100 licks.
Yeah. So then I heard this lick, and I immediately had to stop it to see what it was, and it's also augmented. Together they sound really nice. This one over A7, and then to D7.
Yeah, that's very nice.
That's nice because if you start with the augmented thing, most of the time you just repeat
Yeah.
symmetrically.
Yeah, but
So,
now you have two
now you
different
have
kinds.
to, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
some
And it sounds really
people,
jungle-like.
Yeah,
actually.
that's true. And really complete together. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's great. So actually, talking about jungle, I think the next part of the last part of my video
Is the
analysis.
hit us with the Dynalicks. So you played this really fast, impressive lick.
Yeah, but I first played this other lick before, right? This high lick.
I think that was second.
No, I played this first.
Okay.
Yeah. I already played this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was like, let's stick, and I played this one. So let's stick with
going.
jungle licks, right? So this one, it's such an easy lick, and it's very. Everybody knows this is from jungle, and for Hungaria you can just shift it up. Play the chords. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's one way to do it, but you can play it offbeat through. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I do it less often, but you could do it, right? And you could use both when you make the shift.
Okay, well now let's get to the crazy.
Yeah. Now let's get to
You have to explain this picture.
This lick is from Dyna, and the next one is also from Dyna. And there's a lot of discussion how to play this.
Yeah. I've seen like 5 different ways to play it.
So for this video I use Tochelo's way, because he's my teacher more or less. So and he does like this. Then a pull off. Up. And that's it. But to make it work, you should accent the D and the G. It gives the illusion that you're picking every note, right? But it's impossible. But I actually think, but maybe some people don't agree, that jungle doesn't play it like this. I think jungle plays it like this. Well, let's play. I cannot play with 2 fingers. Let's play. And if you do it like this, so the first E is fretted, you can just play up and down. And then you can do the A flat or the A. So and then I just play. That's just it sounds chromatic, but it isn't. It's like 3, 2, 1, 0. And there's no timing, just play it as fast as possible. Yeah.
So that was super cool. So can you explain that to us?
Well, first, to be honest, it's a line that I learned by heart that I use to finish the song. So maybe I can play it slow. A minor, C minor, D minor.
But what I like about it is that it's a motive, right? But even the chords are like shifting. Like horizontally, you don't shift the motive horizontally, you just go to the next nearest note.
Yeah, exactly.
Play it again, like slow. Super cool.
Yeah, it's a very jazz.
Can you play it in a? Let's play the second half of the chords to the ending.
From A minor.
Yeah, a little bit slower, but then we can hear it in time. 1.
From A minor.
No, let's play the second half.
So from G,
Yeah, G.
A flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, super. I'm gonna learn that one.
What I try to do is, like, let's say, if you do even number of notes, like 4 notes, you might all the time land in the same
Yeah,
note
yeah,
of
yeah.
every chord.
Yeah, yeah.
So the good thing is to try to make like 5 or 6 notes, like odd number.
Yeah.
So then you will switch the notes that you approach. So from the tonic you go to the third, then you go to the fifth and the seventh.
But the interesting thing for me is, because I don't know, I'm wondering how you both approach this. I don't really know the notes on the neck of the guitar. I mean, some, right? I know on the B and the E string, right? And on the low E string, of course. But when I'm like here, it's more based on like forms on the guitar, right? It's like I know this shape to be diminished. I know this shape to be minor.
Yeah,
I know this shape to be major 7.
Yeah, but each note can be approached from a
Yeah, but
different
when you
angle.
play it, it seems like you know which note you're playing, so then you also know what the next note is that you should be playing, and you know where it is on the neck.
Nah, not really.
No?
That's a surprise for me too. It sometimes doesn't sound that good. So
But you know.
I'm just calculating in my mind.
But if I
as
stop
I'm
you,
playing.
like anywhere in the solo, then you can immediately tell me which note it is you're playing, or not? Or you have to think about
when
it.
I start really doing it, yes. But now I realize that let's say it's kind of useless to think too much about which note. So it's more in my ear.
Okay.
So now if I look at it, it will take me more time to say which note it is than if I just listen to it and I'll be like, oh, it's the fifth.
Okay, but
or
you
the
know
minor.
if it's the 3 or the 5 or the 7.
By ear, yes.
By ear, okay, not by knowing.
Before was the opposite, but now it's more by ear than by the fingering.
And what's your approach?
Is the ear.
Yeah.
Is the ear, but I mean I use shapes, you know, it's the same as you know.
Yeah, that's
Like-
really it's the big difference between violin. Because on violin, I know every note I'm playing.
Okay.
So it's not difficult for me to connect any note to any other notes because I know where I'm. Because the violin it's a small instrument,
Yeah.
and you have a great view of the neck, right? In one like position, I can play 2.5 octave. Well, on guitar, oh, you have stick strings, of course, but still, it's so chromatic. It's so small. It's so. For guitar, you have to play like this all the time,
Yeah.
and then it's just too much to remember for me.
Yeah.
So I always like have a great respect for those guys that they seem to know that you stop them and say, I was just playing B flat, and now I go to G sharp because that's the closest note to E7 or something.
Like putting that much work into knowing the fretboard, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you know, it looks like me.
So
when
I
you,
started like this.
oh, you started like that.
But at some point, if you play a lot, and especially if you play fast, it became automatic, you know. So yeah.
Did we discuss all the points?
Yeah.
Then
everything.
I think Alban, it was great having you here.
Yeah.
Very nice. I think you're a very original player.
Absolutely.
You play licks that nobody else plays, or you play phrase that nobody else plays. So, thanks.
Yeah, thanks,
and see you next episode. Bye.